What is up, you guys? Kika here, back with another video. And yesterday or the other day we were putting the top of the cams on. We were putting the timing chains on. We got that all sorted out. I'm missing a couple bolts, but I will start tightening stuff today. But the next thing that needs to go on is the throttle body. I don't know, the EFI, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna clean that up. It's super dirty. Then we can start tightening up the bolts, and then I'm gonna see what else I could actually start fitting, as in like maybe the muffler and probably like the hoses and connecting all the stuff that's kind of all over the place there. Let's take a look real quick. So as you guys can see, there's a bunch of like connectors everywhere. There's these wires. I just put on the cover right here where the thermostat goes. I just need to tighten that. I'm missing these. Oh, and I need to put the tensioners on, so I'll probably tighten these, put the tensioners on, and then put the throttle body, and then tighten this, and then start figuring out what all connectors I could put, the hoses. And then another thing is I need to figure out this, but I think it goes something like this. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It goes somewhere. Yeah, we'll figure it out though. And then also the shifter, I believe I have to put that on, and that's what, I don't know if this goes to that or probably goes to the EFI. So it's coming along, but it is taking a while. But let's go get ahead and get started. So I don't know if you guys could see, but how dirty it is in there. Like super dirty and crusty looking. Look at that one. You can't even see down all the way, but it's like oily dust, dirt. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this cleaned up, and we get some brake cleaner, and then we'll go ahead and start tightening up the rest of the stuff. Just so you guys see, I kind of cleaned it with some like degreaser. Look at all that dirt that was on this thing. Like, water's like brown. Look at even the bottom. But yeah, now I'm gonna spray with some brake cleaner and get most of the stuff off. As you can see, it looks like 10 times better already, but those are still really gunked up. Could even see. So let's get that cleaned up too. Alright, you guys, here we are tidying up the T-Rex here, and it has been a pain in the ass, and we are really close. I actually want to share with you guys the fact that I took apart the heads like 3 or 4 times. The first time is because the cylinders were swapped. Oh no, the heads were swapped. Then the cylinders were swapped. And then I thought the timing chain guide went on afterwards, after putting on the head, and then at the end when you're putting in the cams. Did not turn out to be that way. But so I had to basically do that like 3 or 4 times to get it right. But now, right now what I just did is I turned over the engine by hand. I cranked it. It cranks smooth as in it doesn't scrape or anything like that. It is really hard. Like, it has a lot of compression, which is good. That's what you definitely want to have. And yeah, now I'm starting to button up everything. I put the caps on this side, starting to do a little bit of the wiring. I put the EFI system on. I was making sure all the plugs were good. I was making sure I have everything plugged in how it's supposed to be. I was trying to fit the shifter because I believe it's in park, obviously, so I wanted to put it in neutral just to make sure it goes back and forth. And yeah, I'm basically still fighting with the wiring, just trying to make sure it goes good. There was a lot of wires that I had no idea where they went, and I had to look up a wiring diagram This alone probably took me 2 weeks, you guys. So this is like 2 weeks later after doing that and buttoning up everything since the last time. Nah, it's probably like a week and a half. I'm not lying. But yeah, we also got a new battery. New battery. Put that on the trickle charger. That was 65 bucks. I did charge up this old one, but it's pretty dead, and I noticed that it was very small. I cleaned up the wiring here. Trying to figure out a bunch of stuff, you guys. I'm actually gonna see if I can find a matching set of wheels, because we have these ITPs in the back with new tires. We have this one from like a 2019 T-Rex, and we have this like stock one that's like really rough and beat up right here, all over the place, it looks like. So yeah, I don't like that at all. We're gonna do cosmetics though afterwards. Right now I want to get everything pretty much buttoned up on the engine so we can kind of start it up for the first time. I have made a goal list also. Top end done 12:10, did that. The exhaust by 12:15. Today is 12:12, so I have 3 days to do the exhaust. Connect plugs. Oh well, that's connecting the wiring, which I'm kind of doing these two backwards. But yeah, then we should be able to start it up. I did just jump start the battery after charging it because it didn't work. I wanted to make sure everything lit up, and I made sure that the fuel pump works. The fuel pump works, so that's good. Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to figure out how everything goes, you guys, because I mean, obviously I didn't take this thing apart, and that's what's really been a pain in the ass. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. We're slowly but surely figuring out everything. And I'm going to tell you guys, this thing was probably the worst pain in the ass to work on, especially because it's in here. There is no room whatsoever in here. I definitely would recommend building the entire engine out of the T-Rex and then dropping it inside, which is kind of what I did. Well, I didn't do that, but I took apart the top end and then put it back in, and then was doing the top end, which I didn't think it was going to be that bad. But when I started rebuilding the top end, it was like 2 months later, so I kind of forgot how everything went, and I didn't mark everything. But anyways, you guys, we are definitely one step closer. I'm just trying to figure out a couple of things. Hopefully we'll get a first startup here pretty soon. I'll probably do like one more update video on me buttoning up the exhaust and all the like air duct and stuff right here, and making sure that everything is all good so we can do a startup. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. So yeah, hopefully you guys stay tuned so we can definitely get this thing going. And then after this, once we know it's running, we can work on cosmetics, as in the wheels. I'm gonna trim black all this again. I'm gonna find out if I should get plastics, or if I should wrap it, or if I should just leave it. I was even thinking about bed lining it. That's one of my things that I might want to do, just because I don't like the fact that it's all different colors, and you guys know it's a little rough. It's definitely the Frankenstien, you know. But yeah, you guys, stay tuned. We will get this thing running hopefully by the next video. If not, it will be even closer. So stay tuned for the Arizona Outdoor Frankenstien T-Rex build. Alright, you guys, so here's the progress with the T-Rex here. Alright, so here's the progress with the T-Rex here, you guys. I figured out a lot of things. The exhaust is on. It's not tight, but I just wanted to fit it. And then I'm trying to make sure everything else is where it's supposed to be at before I tighten everything down. The only issue that I'm having is pretty much the shifter. I don't know how this goes right here, because as you could see, like this, I don't know, I got this tightened. This isn't even tightened down either, actually. I got that put on, just to get a feel for where it's supposed to be at, so how much slack I have with this. I believe right now it's in neutral. Oh, it's actually in reverse. So that's neutral. Let's see. So also we have this piece that's supposed to go here, and then just tighten that down. So that's what I'm having difficulties with. I'm trying to figure out what it's supposed to be at and where it's supposed to be, like a diagram or something, but there ain't nothing on the internet at all. I don't know why I've been having so much trouble finding anything related to this engine, to this side by side. It's probably one of like the rarest side by sides that they have out there that there's like really not a whole lot of info for. There's not even like actual like manual. I actually had to look up a lot of stuff from the Brute Force 750, which has a similar engine, but it's not 100% the same. But obviously the shifter is different from the Brute Force, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, I don't have this tied down. It has a coil that goes up here. So I'm waiting to tighten this down and make sure everything's gonna work properly. I got down to the shifter, and then I'm gonna tighten the exhaust, make sure everything's plugged in, and then I can start filling it up with oil and coolant and then go from there. But like how I said, I need to figure out this whole dilemma, because I mean, I don't think it goes like that. I've been trying to figure out a lot of like different I almost want to like lift it and make sure the wheels turn if it's a neutral. I don't know. But then again, it's like if it's a neutral, I think there's a handbrake too, actually. Yeah, there's the handbrake. I need to put the handbrake on. But my thing is, so if it's a neutral, that means it's like in park, and you just put the handbrake to set it. But see right there, this is reverse, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't move anywhere. Look. The only thing that's really moving is the damn cable. So I need to figure out where that's supposed to be adjusted to so we can figure that out. That's where I'm at right now. So hopefully I can get this figured out, and then we can start buttoning up the rest of it. I'm currently figuring out the wheel situation. I was supposed to buy a new set of wheels that match for like $100 last weekend, but the guy fell off, and he had some busy things going on, so pretty much I wasn't able to get the wheels. Hopefully we are gonna get them next weekend after these holidays and stuff. But yeah, you guys, hopefully everything's gonna be running. Today is Christmas Eve, so I'm hoping by Christmas tomorrow I have it running. That's what I'm gonna work on. And once I get that figured out, you guys, and I start buttoning up a lot of stuff, I'll do another little update with the tubing, the air filter. So that's going to take me a couple hours, I know that, and I still need to research about the shifter and then the handbrake, how that's supposed to go. So once we get that figured out, I'll get back to you guys, but that's a quick update. So the exhaust is all set up. I made sure everything was there. Most of the stuff is connected. I still have like this ground and like maybe like 1 or 2 connectors, but that's when I put half the plastics back on. Those don't really matter. So once I get the shifter figured out, I'll get back to you guys and I'll let you guys know where everything's at, and hopefully we can do a oil and coolant and then do a first startup video. So stay tuned. We should be doing that hopefully here in the next couple hours. Alright, you guys? Alright, you guys. Got this cool headlight from Amazon. $20. Got 2 of them. They are lifesavers. Anyways, I just figured out the shifter situation, and it took a long time because I was researching for like a good 2 hours. But I think I figured it out, and this is how it's supposed to look right here. So that, then it goes to here, which is loose. I still have to tighten, but I'm just trying to make sure it works out. Goes to here, 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here. There's 2 bolts up front. But yeah, as you can see, it's a neutral, reverse, back to neutral, high, and then low. It does feel a little weird, so I ended up lifting it up on the jacks. This one looks low already again. And then I figured out this is pretty loose. It's off the ground, but the control arm back there is loose too, so that doesn't help. Actually, I'm gonna lift it up more. That backside's on the floor again. I just want to make sure everything's going to shift properly. And then obviously I don't want it to turn on and then like go crazy or something if I don't have it in the right place that it's supposed to be at. Alright, quick update, you guys. Had to refix this. With the boots that it has, they are a pain in the ass. Again, remember guys, I don't know what I'm doing because I didn't take this thing apart. You guys got to remember that. I'm pretty much researching, guessing, and trying to figure it out, which takes twice as long. And I had to go get coolant from O'Reilly so we can put coolant in. I checked the fluid and the diffs. Those are good, at least for right now, just to get it running. I'm struggling with this to put it on these boots, but I'm going to put oil, coolant, and see if it leaks. And then I think we'll check for spark, and then we'll go ahead and start it up. Alright you guys, we got a lot finished. A lot is done. I'm tidying up the last bit of everything. I put on the air hoses over here. I'm not sure what they're called, to be honest, but I'm guessing the air hoses to circulate all the air, let all the air out of the belt over here. These two, had to Google how to figure out those. This is the only thing that I don't have on all the way because I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna need to be checking if it's getting fuel. At the moment I was putting in the coolant and we had a mishap. I put the thermostat in wrong, so it was getting caught on one of the edges, and it started leaking coolant. I did put oil in it though, and the oil did not leak. I got the handbrake all set up also, shifter set up. What else? Yeah, I think that was it. Pretty much I was just trying to make sure everything was going to hold on tight, and unfortunately there's always something. The thermostat was on a little bit awkward, so it was going to be leaking, but it looks like everything is all good. Another thing though that I did find out, which I'm still gonna run it, my axle over here, my drive shaft that goes from the front differential to the back of the motor, or the front of the motor here, it's like loose. I literally was just trying to adjust it and I pushed it forward and the back came down. I'm like, okay. So I lifted it back up and put the back of it in the front of the engine, and then the front fell off. So I'm like, okay, let's just leave it off for now just to test things out. So right now we don't have it on over here, but I just want to make sure it's gonna run, and then we'll figure out that issue. I'll probably have to Google it. I'm not sure if it's maybe because this is supposed to be more forward and it's too far back, and then that means that it has too much of an opening, so it moves back and forth instead of just sitting pretty firm where it needs to be at. Because I mean, the back one doesn't do that. The back one was a pain in the butt to get off of. So it might be also because I have it lifted, but I don't think that would cause an issue like that. So I lifted it up all the way. I wanted to make sure the handbrake's working, which it is. Oh yeah, the only thing I don't have bolted down is this. Okay, I can't put it down because I need to hold it with two hands. But yeah, we put it in neutral and the wheels turn back and forth, so that's good. We know where we're at. So I'm going to just finish up this. This is how it's supposed to go. And I had it like turned this way, so one of the edges was actually hanging down right here. So when I closed it up with the inlet for the thermostat like this, it basically was sticking down on the edge over here and I didn't notice it. And then this one, it goes to nothing. I took it off. I had to take it off just to see if it had even had a hose inlet. I looked everywhere. That was one of the things that I looked everywhere for a day just to see where the hell it was supposed to go, and I didn't find anything, so I ended up taking it off, found out it was just closed. I have no idea why it would be like that and not go to anything. I'm guessing it's like an adapter in case you want to run like an oil cooler or something, but I don't know. But we're going to figure out that situation, put coolant, and hopefully this next part will be me trying to give it a jump start and seeing what happens, you guys. So fingers crossed that that's the last thing. Alright, you guys, so sorry if it looks really crappy, but I figured out the issue, you guys, right here. Where this spring is at, that's where the clips were at. That's supposed to, this is supposed to be, was up here. So it was having a lot of movement up and forth. But once I was able to push this back, and then I got to put that spring, and then the clip goes right here in that groove, and then we should be good to go. As you can see now, it's pretty stiff in there, so it's not going to go anywhere. But that was the issue. It was basically closed up too far, so if it went this way, the back would fall. If you would go too far back, the front would fall. So I was like, what the hell's going on? But again, you guys, I didn't take this thing apart. I don't know. If I took it apart, I would definitely know how to do it. But see, now it's almost in the clear over here, and we're just gonna put that clip on now. Alright, you guys, as you can see there, it is on now. Should be good to go. I don't know if you guys can see, but the spring and the clip is on there. It wasn't as much as it wasn't as much of a pain in the ass as I thought it was gonna be. Just because I was able to push it back with my hand, and then with the other hand put the insert clip on. It's called the snap ring. The snap ring on. I was trying to push it back with some pliers, thinking it was gonna have a lot of force, and then I ended up doing it by hand, and it was easy. So, piece of cake there. Let's see. So what else, you guys? I think tomorrow I'm gonna actually start putting like most of this stuff back together and seeing what it's looking like, so we could take this thing out for a test drive. And then I am gonna end up ordering the thermostat inlet here because it is leaking. It's not leaking as bad as it was before. Before, it literally had left like a whole trail going out of the garage because I had the thing like kind of lifted up like this. So there was a trail all the way down to the back door of the garage. But right now, so far, it's looking fine. It's holding, but I don't trust it. Especially if we just redid the engine and then watch coolant start leaking and I take it out for a spin or something. I don't even want to get into that. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna get into that at all. But, so we got the drive shaft on. Everything is good. I'm probably gonna fix the filter right now, but I'm gonna do that off camera. This is my my hood hold up tool. It's the the Daisy BB. Is it the Daisy? No, the Daisy Red Ryder BB gun. I don't know if you guys are into this stuff, but I have a pellet gun. Me and my brother-in-law go shooting all the time. Just got a new scope. I've had this thing for a couple of months. He's the one that told me to get it, even though I had bought this one first and I would shoot like birds outside in the back. But I got this one, you guys, and it's a Gamma Swarm Gen 1, the maximum, the 10X. It comes with a 4x32 scope, and I got a better one. It's like 9x32, I believe it is. Let me know if you guys want me to feature that in a video. That'd be pretty cool. You guys can see me hunting some pigeons, quail, bunny rabbits. There's coyotes in the back, but I haven't got one yet. So let me know if you guys want this on the videos. That'll be pretty cool, huh? I can put some GoPro action on this one. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. I'm gonna fix the air filter. I'm gonna make sure. Oh yeah, you know what? What I didn't make sure was that the lights work, because you know how we bought the lights used. This one's a LED, the other one is not. So it's you know. But yeah, you guys, it's getting there. I'm gonna fix this, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get back to the wrenches here, and then hopefully tomorrow's gonna be New Year's Eve. Hopefully we will be riding this thing on Sunday or Monday. I could take it at least around the block, because Monday I'm gonna be off from work, so definitely take advantage of that. But hopefully we'll have this a little bit put back together so we could take it for a test drive. But yeah, you guys, stay tuned for upcoming video. But yeah, you guys, stay tuned for an upcoming video of me probably taking this thing out. Probably going to put it through a couple heat cycles again. And like how I said, just put it all back together. But stay tuned. I can do a GoPro action of just me doing a test drive if you guys like. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Plenty of videos coming your way. I am due to editing. I need to do a bunch of editing and put out a bunch of videos, but I got a lot in the hard drive that definitely have not gone out yet. So you guys definitely stay tuned. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace, y'all. So we ended up fixing the issue. I found a gasket within one of the kits that I had from the quads, or I don't even know, but I found one. I made a huge mess here in the garage with the coolant though. We did have enough. I did figure out that this right here is the purge valve for the coolant. So did that, and pretty much we should be able to start it up now. Hopefully all that coolant doesn't cause an issue. But I don't think it should be that bad. We'll go ahead and get it all started up now. Cross your fingers, you guys. I'm gonna hook up the jump box. The only thing, like how I said, is not connected is the air filter and the air filter tube, but everything else is connected from what I know. And yeah, let's see what happens. First startup. I'm nervous. And we don't have any power. Let's try this again. Definitely not enough juice. We're going to try the new battery then. I wanted to try the old one just to see if it'll work. Let me try it this time. New battery is in, and we are going to try a second attempt at starting this bad boy. Let's see. Little gas. Let's check if it's getting spark. That is really good news, you guys. We got it turning over. Now let's just check for spark and see what happens. So remember, you guys, this thing has 2 coils, 2 spark plugs, so let's check the first one. I don't see any spark on that. Definitely no spark. Same thing over here. Let's get it away from the wires. That one's good. So I think the front one was partially the problem. So the ignition coils have spark. Everything's working there. We're going to check the fuel pump. You can listen to see if it works. Also, I'm going to feel on this. Make sure I can hear it pulling through. You can hear it. And you can feel it on the hose. I do hear some clicking over here, so that has me a little worried or curious as to if that may be the cause of our problem. So like how I said to you guys, today is Christmas Eve, so I am totally wiped out for the day. I still have to make it till midnight to open presents. So I am going to be done for today. I am going to start up the side-by-side tomorrow though. Stay tuned for tomorrow because I'm still waking up, probably not super early, but early enough to where I'm going to see if we can crank this bad boy over. So I'll obviously include this in an all-in-one video, but I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and we'll be back in a bit with the startup of the side-by-side, hopefully. Over here, I found out that this was cracked. I think I was able to seal it up, and it was leaking coolant. I have this actually pushed down, and obviously it has coolant now. It's not full, but we're gonna go ahead and just try and start it up again. See what happens here. Let's see if good old Frankenstein runs. Last time, I don't know if you guys remember, I checked the fuel pump. I checked if it has spark. Those were good. The last thing I was thinking was air. If not, it might be the injectors on the EFI system that this thing has. I haven't checked that, but I know the pump's working and I know the gas is coming up. And it does smell a little bit like gas up here, so I think it should be working. But this is it, you guys. We're going to go ahead and start up and see if hopefully she runs. Alright, this is it, you guys. Moment of truth. Running! Wow. That doesn't sound bad. That's not good. It's smoking pretty bad over here, though. Let's try and see where it's coming from. Dude, you guys, she turned right on though. Yeah, I don't see anything leaking. It could be that the coolant that leaked at the beginning on the exhaust. She started up, you guys. I'm so happy. And it didn't even take that long. Maybe it was because it was getting too much air on the EFI system, so it wasn't allowing it to start. Maybe I should put the filter on. I'm going to clean the filter, put it on, and then we'll start it up again. And then we'll see if hopefully it doesn't smoke anymore or nothing like that. So we're going to give it a shot, you guys. We're going to leave it running a little bit longer this time and see if hopefully we can pinpoint where it's smoking from. See how the back is. I want to say, you guys, it's pretty much smoke from when it was leaking coolant. And I'll show you guys. So I can't smell, it doesn't smell like oil, but look at this. That's a lot though. But this is all where the coolant was going on to. Because it was leaking from here. If on the bottom of that hose where the housing is. It's not leaking anymore, as you can see. The only other thing I have not checked, you guys, is to see if any codes come up, but let's see. No, there's no check engine light on or nothing, so. So I remember I had told you guys that this thing came from the Arizona Outdoor Adventure. For those of you that didn't believe me, and this thing has not been ran, and as you guys can tell, check this out. This is the registration I just actually found inside. First registered 9/2015. Expiration date 8/31/20. So this thing probably hasn't ran in maybe like a actual full. Oh look, print date 8/21/19. And I didn't get a plate with this thing, but if this was in here, total $10, bro. I think I paid like, well, mine was like 50 bucks, but I'm trying to figure out expiration. If it expired on 8/31/2020, but it was printed on 8/21, I'm pretty sure it didn't run very long. Even if it did run till 20, it was sitting for pretty much a full 2 years, you guys. It's already going to be 2023. Still has the sticker in there too. It's almost to 2023, so it's been sitting for at least 2 years, because 21, 22, and it's already the end of the year. But there you folks see it. Pretty much it's been sitting for that long, and now it's running, you guys.